Hi students, myself Payal Christie and you can subscribe my channel on YouTube for more videos. And today we are going to study poem 2 from Flamingo book, and the name of the poem is An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum, written by Stephen Spender. We are going to study the first part of the poem. Before starting the poem, let's have a brief introduction of the poet. Stephen Spender. He was an English poet and essayist who took keen interest in politics, declaring himself a socialist and pacifist. The meaning of pacifist means peace lover. He was a peace lover and he was also a social worker. Now, if we talk about his books are Poems of Dedication, The Creative Element, World Within World, Social Injustice, Class Inequalities, Empathy for the Downtrodden are the major themes of his writing, and this poem is also related to the downtrodden children. Before starting the poem, let's have a brief summary of the poem. Now, in this poem, the pathetic scene of slum children is described. They are undernourished and diseased. They are familiar with dark, dirty, narrow, cramped areas where they live in. Their body is pale and unhealthy, and their dull hair look like rootless weeds. Poverty has gripped some of the girls, while some boys have inherited their father's disease and fail to grow properly. Now here the poet has dealt with the theme of social injustice and class inequalities. The poet presents the theme by talking of two different worlds. The world of the rich and the civilized has nothing to do with the world of narrow lanes and cramped holes. That is, we can say that slum area. Okay, here the two different world that the poet has described is the world of the rich people and the world of the poor people. The gap between these two worlds highlights social disparities and class inequalities. Now let's begin the first stanza of the poem. Far, far from gusty waves, these children's faces, like rootless weeds. Now, far, far from gusty waves. Okay, gusty means breezy winds, and far, far, that is this place. Okay, that is a slum area where this elementary school is situated. Now, elementary means simple, not advanced. So we can make out that this school is not advanced compared to the city school. And here far, far, that is the place described over here is the city. These children's faces like rootless weeds. Now these children's faces, the poor children's faces, they are compared with rootless weeds. Now weeds means unwanted plants, and we know that the unwanted plants has no importance. So these poor children, they also have no importance in this world. The hair tone round their pallor. Now what do you mean by pallor? That is the dull face, and their hair also, they are not properly trimmed, they are very much grown, they are untidy. Okay, and their hair tone round their parlor, that is they are just hanging on their dull face. The tall girl with her weighed down head. Now this is a description of another girl. Okay, the tall girl with her weighed down head means her head is down. Maybe we can say that she is ashamed of poverty, or maybe she is very weak due to malnutrition. The paper seeming boy with rat's eyes. Now here one more boy is there. Okay, his body is like very thin like a paper, and with rat's eyes. Rat's eyes means the rat's eyes are always in search of food, and this boy also might have not got food for many days, and that's why he is searching for food. And that's why here the poet has compared his body with paper. His body is very thin. Okay, and maybe this boy also may be suffering due to malnutrition. The stunned, unlucky heir of twisted bones reciting a father's gnarled disease. Now one more boy is mentioned over here. Now here stunned, we can say not fully grown due to malnutrition, means he is not much healthy boy. Unlucky heir of twisted bones means this boy is very much unlucky. Why? Because his bones are very twisted. That means we can say that his bones are not properly developed. Reciting a father's gnarled disease means his father is suffering from a very serious disease. Okay, and in heredity he has got his father's disease. So this is another boy. Okay, and he has a very twisted bones. His bones are not much developed. He is not a healthy boy. And here reciting means he is showing his father's gnarled disease, means he is also having the same disease which his fathers have. His lesson from his desk. Now he is also reciting his lessons from the classroom. Now here the poet has described different children. Okay, the children, those who are studying in the slum school. First a tall girl with her weighed down head means a very poor and weak girl. Another one is a paper seeming boy, means a very thin boy who is searching for food. And another boy is a very unhealthy boy with the twisted bones. Okay, with very weak bones, and he has got his father's disease in his heredity. At the back of the dim class, one unnoted, sweet and young. Now one more boy is there at the back of the dim class. Now here why dim class? Because we know that these classes are not well developed, and that's why there may be darkness in the class, and that's why the poet has mentioned here at the back of the dim class one unnoted. Unnoted means not visible, not seen properly, sweet and young. Now there is one more boy who is very sweet and young. His eyes live in a dream. Now dreams means his eyes, okay, are always dreaming to bring himself out from the poverty. Okay, his hope to come out from the poverty. His eyes live in a dream of squirrel's game in tree room other than this. Now actually he is sitting in the class, but actually he is not at all interested in the lessons that are going on in the classes, but he is looking out of the window. Okay, and there he is just looking at the squirrel, means there is a tree house near the classroom, and he sees the squirrels playing some games. Means he is not interested in what all activities are going on in the classroom. On sour cream walls. Now see, now what is the meaning of sour cream? Means the walls, the color of the walls may be off-white, unpleasant and dirty. We can say that this classroom is not well developed, okay, and that is the classroom is also full of dirt, filth, and they are not even whitewashed for many years. Donations. Now many people have donated for this school, okay, and Shakespeare's head. Now Shakespeare, we know, is a well-known poet, dramatist, playwright in English literature, and he symbolizes knowledge. So there is a picture of Shakespeare, cloudless at dawn. Now cloudless at dawn means a clear picture of morning. So one more picture is there, and that shows a clear picture of morning. Civilized dome riding all cities. Now well civilized cities, okay, the places are also mentioned in that picture, and that picture is also there. Belt flowery. Now lot of pictures of flowers are also there, hung in the classroom. And Tyrolis Valley. Now Tyrolis Valley, that is located in Austria, and that is full of flowers and greenery around it. Okay, so all these pictures are hung in the classroom. Open-handed map. Now there is also one more picture of map that shows the different places of the world, awarding the world its world. Now in that map the different places are also shown in the map. And yet for these children, these windows, not this map, their world. Now see, pay attention, this is very important. Though the picture of Shakespeare is there, then the beautiful scenery pictures are also hung, that is donated by the rich people. Okay, then we can say the picture of Tyrolis Valley, that is full of flowers and greenery. That picture is also hung in the classroom. And the map showing the different places of the world, that is also there. But these all pictures are of no use, no importance for these children, those who are living in this slum area, because for them we can say that their world is their slum area, and the window from where they are looking outside. Means they are not going to go and see all these places, okay, which is shown in the map. For them their world is only their slum area where they reside, where all their futures painted with a fog. Now see, now their future is painted with a fog. Now their future here is compared with a fog. What do you mean by fog? Fog is a dense cloud like formation you can see in the atmosphere whenever it is cold. In other words, we can say that it is not clear, okay, to unclear. Whenever there is fog, the atmosphere becomes very unclear. So in the same manner, the future of these poor people, that is also unclear. They don't know what they are going to do in future, how much development they are going to achieve from this school in future also. Far, far from rivers, capes and stars of words. Now they are very much far from the rivers. Now here there is a comparison made between the the city schools and the slum school. Okay, in city the campus is very huge, we can say, okay, and all the facilities are there for the children, those who are studying in cities, okay, and they are even able to enjoy the nature. They get all the facilities, whereas here the students, okay, those who are studying in this elementary school, they don't have that much facility, okay, and they don't have even the facility to enjoy the nature And capes here means a large piece of land. They don't even have the large piece of land to play in front of their school. And stars of words means here we can say education means these people, they don't even get a very highly education as compared to the city students. So here the poet, he has just highlighted this elementary school. Okay, now elementary school means elementary means we can say it is very simple, not advanced school, not with much facility, okay, as the city school has. So now these students, they don't have any future even if they are going to study in this school, okay, but it is not sure that they are going to develop further with this education or not. And one more thing is that these students, they are living in a very filthy and very we can say narrow area, okay, very narrow streets. They don't even have a very broad area to play, to reside, and they don't even have their basic necessities to fulfill their basic necessities, and they are deprived from all these things. So the poet here has just highlighted the situation of this slum children. How is the situation of these slum children? And their future is also like a fog that is unclear. So this is the first part of the poem. Stay home, stay safe, and have a nice day.